It's an unusual park in the fact that you get through the gate, there's a visitor center, and then the road goes over and pretty much stops at a parking lot, and right there is as far as you can go in a vehicle, and from that point forward it's all people hiking, walking their way around towards the dune to whatever level is important to them. The Great Sand Dunes was created into a national park in 2004, so it's a rather new one. Before that, they were just trying to manage it, but now somebody talked them into turning it into a national park, so that's what it is right now. Now, being that I am opposed to the concept of water, I am trying to find a way across this thing that does not entail what those guys are doing, which is pretty much taking their shoes off, walking. So what I am going to do is attempt to go across by way of this so I can keep my shoes in good shape. See how good I am? Can make it happen. Now I get to watch my bride do it. What we will do to avoid water. Well, shucks! I thought I was going to get to watch you fall. Dadgummit! We've gotten through the water, the hard part. Now we're facing the dunes. Look at all the people out there. You get a sense of how large these dunes are because you can see people way off in the distance. Some guys at the very top. Yeah, there's always got to be people have to go to the top of everything. But we're going to get somewhat near the bottom. I don't think we're going to go too far. Definitely walking on the sand is not as easy as walking on harder surfaces, but it's definitely cool, and we are definitely getting closer. Hopefully I can get up to a point where they're doing the sand, the surfing. I don't know if we'll get that far or not, because Kim and I are probably going to go to the base. That's about it for now. Today's a Memorial Day weekend, and I mean, there are scads of families out here, young families with the kids just enjoying the heck out of the mud, getting as dirty as they can, and mom and dad not caring, which is awesome. And dogs all over the place, mostly short-haired dogs, where because of the mud situation, we considered if we could have brought our own dogs, but they're long-haired, and they would have been a disaster with sand clinging to them and mud. Although they would have enjoyed it, so I don't know, we made a decision, hopefully a right one there. Areas like right there and there, those are pretty steady. They have not changed much in 100 years, but the areas lower than that, of course, they do change around. We're about 8,500 feet or 8,000. So the breathing obviously goes up a little bit, especially when you're walking around sand, climbing hills, which is what we're doing slightly. Got dogs up here, got a tent. Kim's busy with her camera, and of course we've got a tent up here, and all the folks either trekking to or from the main dune, heading back towards that snow-capped mountain. So you are the spectator of one of the snowboarders here, huh?
Yeah.
I don't see him making a lot of progress.
No, he's not.
He's making more than I am.
Well, he was on the other side, and then I couldn't get any videos or anything.
Oh, so he was around the top of the slope?
Yeah, he was standing at the top and going that way.
Hey, you see guys in the videos going down doing this, and they look like they're doing a great job, but I think the reality is it's a little hard to get momentum.
Well, it is, and I think, yeah, the sand's still a little wet on the top. That's why the darker color.
Yes.
So it's when it's drier, it's faster and easier.
I take it you've been here before.
No, I've just watched a lot of YouTube videos.
Got it. So the darker color is indicative of a wetter sand, evidently. So we kind of bounce back here a little bit. We can see the differentiation here, and that evidently impedes the snowboarding a little bit. Well, out and back, heading back to grab the car, go to the bathroom, which you can't really do out here. I guess you could, but it'd be messy and quite public. And then head over to grab a bite to eat. See what kind of, you know, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I feel like there's sand here. In reality, ain't so bad. And of course, we managed to do the whole thing without taking our shoes off, which is kind of nice because the area is pretty muddy, and I was expecting to have a real mud bath here. But look at the bottom. We're at the Oasis. People are lining up to rent their boards, go out and play, and we're on the sand dunes. It's a lot of people congregating today on Memorial Day. A lot of people with their families that are out, and but that for us wrapped up our day over here. Great Sand Dunes, I guess it's called. The Great Sand Dunes? Yeah, Great Sand Dunes National Park.